On May 21st, the Audubon Commissioners were sworn in during a reorganization meeting. They include Mayor John J. Ward, who will also serve as Director of Public Safety and Public Affairs. He was joined by newcomers Jennifer Z. Dawson, who will be Director of Finance and Revenue, and John E. Martin, who will serve as Director of Public Works, Parks, and Buildings. First up was Jennifer Dawson, who was sworn in by Audubon School Superintendent Donald Borden.
First of all, I'll tell all of you this is my great honor, having served on the Board of Education, or under the Board of Education with Jen and John. I know that they're going to do an outstanding job for our town, and I feel the same about Mayor Ward, and certainly wish them all the very best. Jen, if you would place your hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jennifer Dawson,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and justly
that I will faithfully and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the Office of Commissioner
of the Office of Commissioner
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance
to the same, and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state, under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Next to be sworn in was John Martin, who was given the oath by former Audubon Mayor Alfred Murray.
We haven't met. My name is Al Murray. And about 24 years ago, on a night similar to this, I had the privilege to take the oath of office and serve what became an 8-year term in the Borough of Audubon. And I think one of the greatest things about this makes this town so special are the families that make up this town, because so many of us were born and raised in this town, our fathers, our grandfathers. Matter of fact, when I was going to high school, it was Mayor Ward that was the mayor of the town, and tonight we're going to see John take a second term as commissioner. I remember our zoning officer at the time was Chuck Martin, who was a member of the fire department, and because he lived so close, I was at his house a lot of times, and there were 3 sons that were very rambunctious, running around the house and causing all kinds of commotions that young sons would do. What was interesting about John was that even at the young age, he would ask me about what it was like to be mayor, what it was like to be elected, running for office, all kinds of questions. And then he would tell me, and even at the age of 8, someday I'm going to run for election in Audubon. And I can always remember that. And when you called me the other day, I think I reminded you of that.
Yes, you did.
And I've seen what so many of us have done. He graduated from Audubon. He stayed in this town, and now raising a beautiful wife and beautiful children, raising a family like so many of us have. And it is just a thrill to see this get to this. And he called me about 2 weeks ago and asked if I would have the honor to swear him in. I told him, wow, 2 weeks ago, the election hasn't even started yet, so you feel pretty good about your chances. And I said, what made you ever think of me? And he said, well, growing up, he only liked 2 politicians. Do you remember who they were?
Yes, I do.
Ronald Reagan and me. And I said, when did you find out that there was no way Ronald Reagan was going to be able to be here tonight to swear you in? He said, just before I called you. So with that, John, wish you and your fellow commissioners, Mayor Ward, a very successful term. Having sat in that seat, I know the challenges and I know the rewards. Look around, because this is probably the only time you come to a town meeting where everybody's smiling. So without further ado, if you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Johnny Martin,
I, Johnny Martin,
do solemnly swear
that
I will faithfully
and
justly
perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the Office of Commissioner according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
So help me God.
I do further solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
to the same and to the governments established
in
in the United States
and
in this state, under the authority of the people, so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Finally, John J. Ward was sworn in by Stephen Whalen, a councilman from the Borough of Magnolia.
My name's Steve Whalen, and longtime resident from Audubon, moved on, and I'm now in Magnolia as a council person. And John's first term, he and I had talked, and we actually were able to talk about some shared services. I'm hoping that this being his second term, that we can maybe do a little bit more with that. Hopefully, we can do some things, so that we can keep the taxes low between the two towns. And I know that that was John's ultimate goal. And the first time, I think he did an outstanding job. And I look forward to working with him again moving forward. I want to congratulate the two newcomers, John and Jen. I wish you lots of luck. I'm sure John promised you all the wonderful things that this office will bring you, and they're all true. But no, honestly, as Al said, there's a lot of rewards and there's a lot of challenges, and I really commend the commissioners for stepping up and helping the town of Audubon. I think it's a very commendable job. So with that being said, John, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, John Ward,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially, and justly perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office
of Commissioner
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.